Last week we learnt what it looks like to be a Christian. We learnt that when you know Jesus, you put off your old self and you put on a new self. You're transformed into someone who has a new attitude, who speaks wholesome things and tells the truth, who is kind and compassionate and who walks in love. But we all know that appearances can be deceptive. And it's all well and good to say this is what a Christian looks like, but what does it look like to walk the walk and talk the talk of being a child of God? This passage today helps us to understand that we walk in love because Jesus first loved us. Walking in love means we're following Jesus' example, and it means we're going about our days on our journeys in a way that is loving. And speaking the truth, talking the talk, is speaking in a way that tells the truth. In this passage, we hear that being a child of God means being a child of the light. Our old self, as we learnt last week, has darkened understanding. Now, in the dark, it's really hard to see anything, but in the light, you can see everything for what it truly is. So, talking the talk means talking about what is true. Now, in this passage, we hear that this can include thanking God for what he truly is and encouraging each other for the awesome things that God has made them to be. It also can mean sometimes telling people hard things, explaining to them, hey, I've noticed this truth about you, and I don't think it lines up with this new self that we have in Jesus. But remember, we're called to walk in love. So when we tell the truth and bring light to people's situation, we need to do it in a loving way. So walking the walk and talking the talk of being a Christian is done in light. We've got light steps and we tell the truth and it brings light. It illuminates things. In fact, this passage tells us that this new self is like waking up. It's like opening your eyes. And when you look to Jesus, he shines upon you and he helps you to bring his light to other people's lives. We are going to ask God now that he will help us to walk the walk and talk the talk and bring him glory as being children of the light. Dear God, please help us to walk the walk by walking in love. Please help us to talk the talk by speaking truth. Help us to do this in a way that brings light. Amen.